Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are doing another Hour of Devastation Amonkhet Intermediate Swiss Draft League. Samet Tested is here. I mean, I guess we can first pick it. It does kill things. It does have... It's not a great card, to be honest, and it's not worth much. It's also Ronus' Stalwart, Torment of Venom, Aven of Enduring Hope, Tenacious Hunter... So thankfully we're not giving up anything too crazy otherwise. Like, well, Torment of Venom and Ronus' Stalwart and Tenacious Hunter. Yeah, I think those are my first three that I think are reasonable first picks. I would probably go Torment just because removal, relevant ability with the removal. But I guess I'm okay taking Samet because, I don't know, it's a Planeswalker. I don't actually think it's a very good card. The fact that it can be 4 mana to deal 2 damage twice over 2 turns to things probably makes it okay here, but not a particularly good card. Alright, I definitely don't like the Apocalypse Demon. We have Manticore Eternal in here, which is pretty strong. We have Scrapper, though, which is cheaper and a little bit more in line with what I like. We also have Rampaging Hippo and Oasis Ritualist. Probably just going to go Scrapper. Whoa. Clicked it. I didn't mean to click it so fast, guys. Sorry. Alright, what do we have here? Hippo, Ritualist, Desert. I really do like Hour of Eternity, but it's expensive. If you want to get that spicy value, you have to pay a lot. This format is pretty quick, so I kind of want to just take the Desert here over the Hippo. I think Hippo's fine too, but I'm not giving up anything too crazy here, and it's a decent opportunity to get Desert. I could just take the Dauntless Aven. It works well with Exert. It evades. But I'll go Desert under the assumption that we still can make red-green work to play Samet, which maybe I shouldn't even care about. Because, as I said, Samet is pretty underwhelming in terms of playable Planeswalkers. Well, do I play the Jeru Samet deck? I mean, it's not like Jeru's hard to find, though. That's the funny thing. I guess this pack doesn't really have anything, though. I could just take Jeru. Then maybe we play Boros Splash Green for Samet. I mean, this pack has like Granitic Titan, Consigned to Oblivion, Beneath the Sands. It's a bunch of unexciting stuff. I'm going to take Jeru because I have Samet. Okay, so now there's White Desert, another Consigned to Oblivion, Beneath the Sands. I actually think the red cards are pretty good. Could just take Desert here, though. I'm still not giving up much. Like a Kenron or Ceradon are fine, but this pack doesn't have anything that's screaming insane to me, so maybe just take the Desert. I actually like taking Deserts in a deck that's going to be clunky, like what ours has already kind of looked like it's shaping up to be, because, you know, I've been meaning to try this card too. Should I just make like the weirdest deck ever? Yeah, I guess we could. There's Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs though, which is actually a good card. It buys us some time to do this jank plan. But I have been meaning to try this card out. I like the idea of this. I mean, it's still early enough where we can totally figure out what we're doing. So remember, it's cast non-land cards, so you don't get your land, you don't get your cycle lands back. Otherwise, we just take Wall because it's cheap. And we have a couple deserts already. I'm going to take the Sarcophagus. Once again, there's like a Doomfall in there. I'm not giving up anything like too insane or interesting. I like the Aven. Could take another desert. Could take the Riverwinder because it has cycling for our Sarcophagus, but probably just take the Aven here. It's a pretty good 5-drop. I like gaining life. So now we could take Sentinel. Otherwise there's Thorn Moloch. I'm fine taking Sentinel, so shaping up to be a little bit of a mid-rangey deck, which could be dangerous, but worth the risk. Encampment here would be our third desert, would still let us keep Samet. Otherwise I take a second Aven of Enduring Hope. I personally like the Aven. I think we'll find another encampment or another way to make Samet work if it's in the cards. If it's meant to be, I should say. So we can take Camel now pretty easily. We already have a couple deserts. Can probably find another one. Lifelink is good. So no red. So I'm playing white, splash red, splash green. Alright, that seems unlikely. Some late black cards that are fine. The Survivor, which I guess is presumably in line with the same deck that the Sarcophagus wants to be in. I think Eternal's a better card, but we'll take Survivor. Yeah, because blue does seem a little bit more open. Take the Combatant or the Tragic Lesson. Combatant's pretty mediocre. Lesson's probably fine, though. Alright, get the Kenra. Get the Survivor. So, still trying to figure out exactly what we're doing here. Let's narrow down a plan. So, it didn't... Considering we have no cycling, I don't think the Sarcophagus is going to happen. I did kind of want to build a deck that plays this, because I think this card is good. Well, I love Sunscourge Champion, so I think we're going to take that over the Puncturing Blow. Even though I love Puncturing Blow too, but this card has proven itself quite a bit, to me at least, and I like it a lot. I like it a lot. We have Frontline Devastator, Firebrand, Archer, and Puncturing Blow as well, but we'll take the Champ. What a champ. Sort by color. So we want to be white, obviously. And then I still want to live that dream of playing Samet with Jeru because it's cool. It's cool. So we have Hashep. Probably want the Sandblast, I suppose. Our removal is pretty non-existent at the moment, so I guess that makes sense. Well, I guess Samet kind of counts as removal. But we'll take Sandblast over Leave to Chance, even though we could theoretically play that too. And you can bounce your Planeswalker, I guess, if it's going to die. I don't think it's that insane, though. Alright, we'll take Sandblast. Okay, so we can take another Sandblast. There's Gilded Ceradon, and I mean, we probably just want to stick to white because we know we are white. We're still trying to narrow down that second color, but I think we'll figure it out eventually. In the meantime, I'm fine taking Sandblast. It's certainly playable removal, which we won't mind having, and I feel like I need to sort of choose a direction here, though. Our late game is actually looking great. We have the Champ Eternalized, we have the Steadfast Sentinel Eternalized, we have the Avens, which gain life, we have the Jeru, which could find Samet. If we want this little package to make the deck, which I guess I'm okay with for now, but especially if we're just primarily white. Ooh, well, Fervent Paincaster is a great red card, so that's a good reason to stick to the red plan, even though it definitely feels like red is getting cut, because Cunning Survivor and Tragic Lesson aren't exciting reasons to be in blue, that's for sure. And Fervent Paincaster is a fantastic card. Kills your opponent through attacks, through pings, or kills your opponent's creatures. The versatility alone is outstanding. It is another 3-drop, which I guess we're getting a little clunky in, but this deck looks good. So, Traveler's Amulet's a fairly high priority. I probably am okay with Wall here over Paramount, because we don't really have a... Well, I don't think we're going to play the Green Desert, though, I guess is the problem. So we need to make sure we get enough deserts. So maybe I do want the Paramount just as like a bear for the deck, because we may not get enough. I mean, I have incentive to get deserts because of the Camel, but it does seem as though Paramount, we might just need a Grizzly Bear. I mean, it's better than the Grizzly Bear we already have, so why not? So we're off the Sarcophagus plan. Hey, there's our... well, we have some options. We can take the Manolith, but I think we do take the Encampment. We actually want deserts for the Camel. And it can fix for our Samet as well. So that's a sensible pick here to me. So there's Kindled Fury, which is a combat trick, or we can take the God Pharaoh's Faithful, which we don't have a ton of things that trigger it right now, so probably want the Fury, I guess. Just in case we end up removal light. Remember, we only have a couple Sandblasts, and I guess the Paincaster is kind of removal, and the Samet is kind of removal, but we don't have like optimal removal spells, so having a combat trick that's 1 mana could be very good, especially with like our Vigilance guys. Or, yeah, okay. We actually have fairly high power guys. Avenger here is kind of a gift. I'm going to take it over the second camel. I actually like the camel quite a bit, especially since we already have a couple deserts, but we need some premium 2-drops here pretty badly. We really need to make sure we're curving out here. I don't think this card's very good. I guess I can take it because I don't really care about God Pharaoh's Faithful in this deck either. It can give it... See, the thing about having this for sideboard is I think it's actually pretty good against blue-red. They don't want to bounce it. They don't want to interact with it. And if it gains you... If it blocks some damage from like Firebrand Archer and it gains you a couple life over the game, it could actually mean the difference between winning or losing. It's possible. Okay, so we did get the Leave to Chance back, which I think is an okay card. We don't have a lot of Enter the Battlefield abilities, though. We have Champ and the Avens. But maybe I just want another Sentinel because Eternalize is not bad. Gives you some late game play. It's not like an insane card though in general. I guess I'll take the Leave to Chance. I mean, I actually really like this card against like the Unquenchable Thirst, the Compulsory Rest, the whatever other enchantment I'm forgetting, Desert's Hold. Jeez. Tactics, huh? Well, we don't have a zombie plan, so I'm not taking that. I don't really want the Dutiful Servants or the Graven Abomination. Yeah, they're all pretty unexciting. I guess I'll take the... Well, yeah, I'll just take the Abomination. That's fine. I don't think we want to play it. So we have 2 deserts already for our camo, which is fine. It's not great, but I can play this as a 3 mana 3/2 if I have to. Ceradon this late is actually kind of a gift. Now I have a little more incentive to pick up more deserts, but are we a 17 land deck? Yeah. 3 color, 4/5 drops. We have something like Chance if I want to main deck this. I'm probably okay main decking this, honestly. So basically we just want some more removal. We're going to let somebody have that Hippo. We could probably fairly easily play one more desert if I wanted. Well, Fanbear is a fantastic card, so we don't have enough gasoline for the Javelineer. We only have 5 non-creature spells, and I'm not even sure they're all instants and sorceries. Yeah, one's a Planeswalker, so... there's Duelist as well, and Emberhorn Mantar, but I really like the Fanbear a lot. I think it's a great card. Great use of mana early, and it's good early and late, which is always a sign of a good Magic card, so we'll take the Fanbear. So now we have Electrify, get more removal. I'm certainly fine with that. Not passing much of anything anyway. I could probably easily play a Tormenting Voice in here too without any problems, but I like getting the removal. So the only way I have to fix Samet at the moment is Survivor's Encampment. So if I run 1 Forest and a Survivor's Encampment, it's okay. I would like an Evolving Wilds. That would be nice too. Ooh, Sheltered Thicket is a gift. It fixes us, and we're not giving up much because we can't really play the Time to Reflect. We have a couple zombies in here, surprisingly. But we don't... I mean, Binding Mummy is like the next closest, but actually, I guess there's Start to Finish as well, which we could splash off the Survivor's Encampment. I'm still going to take the Thicket. It feels so right for our deck. Fixes for our Planeswalker. I guess you can't... It's a Mountain Forest, but you can't, like, search it up. Well, I don't need to search it up anyway. I don't have anything that can search it up, so I guess it doesn't matter. Cartouche of Strength or Deem Worthy. That's interesting. And Electrify. I mean, this pack's got it all. Probably the Deem Worthy. More value. Cartouche is a good card, but we don't have great bodies for it. I guess it's good with the Champ. It's good with the Scrapper. That's 2. Not as good with the Camel. I like the 3 toughness more. It's pretty good with the Sentinel. It's good with a good amount of our creatures. I feel like the Deem Worthy is probably going to end up being better for us. I don't want to rely on having okay, well, Crop Captain's great. We don't have a lot of token production, I don't think. We have some Eternalize, but not much else. Emberhorn's good, but let's get the curve down. And Honored Crop Captain's a very premium 2-drop. So our deck looks interesting. I kind of like it. It looks like fun. Vizier of Deferment's great. I love it in a deck like this where we need to buy some time. This is a fantastic card for buying time. And remember, it's protection too. It's very versatile. It's protection on your creatures, not just yourself. Like, obviously, you can get rid of an attacker on their side, but you can also get rid of an attacker on your side if they use like a combat trick or removal spell of some sort. Probably want the Impeccable Timing. We already have 15 creatures. Why not just get another removal spell here? I like Sandblast more than Impeccable Timing, but Impeccable Timing is certainly fine. Take the Violent Impact for sideboard. Cradle is a desert. Would I play it in here? It's possible. Anoint Your Priest is not particularly exciting. And if we're playing 17 lands, we already have a deck. Let's get another desert for our Ceradon and Camel. Now, this might hurt our mana base a little bit, but I think ultimately it's worth it to have 3 deserts. So Limits of Solidarity versus Hyena Pack. We have 15 creatures already, like I said. I guess we'll just take this for sideboard capability. Time to Reflect. Our total zombie count is 1, 2, 3 if you count the Eternalize, 4. Probably not worth it. We can take the Caravan, I guess, but I don't think we're playing that either. Another desert. I'm okay with this, but I don't think we're going to play that. Because we are 3-color. At the end of the day, we're 3-color and we're already playing 1 colorless land, so fine with me. Ooh, is this foily? Actually, I don't think it is. So, let's talk about our deck here. It looks good to me, actually, surprisingly. And I say surprisingly because I was a little worried early on, but I think this deck actually does have the goods to win. We have some evasion, we have some card advantage. We could get flooded out, but isn't that always the risk? And Cradle could help. Well, getting a 2/2 could help. We're not going to play the green desert because we just don't have the means to really cycle it. And I don't want to get a tapped land just to turn on a Camel and a Gilded Ceradon. I think having 3 deserts is going to be good enough, and I would rather have the one that makes a 2/2 zombie than something I've never really, or I'm very uncommonly going to be able to cycle. So let's get the incant. These are our 4 lands. We have 15 creatures. We have combat tricks, removal. We have our planeswalker. Pretty cool deck. I think our removal looks pretty good, actually. Deemworthy, Electrified, Double Sandblast, Impeccable Timing, Candled Fury, Trick. We've got a lot of 3-power creatures, which is good. And we have some late game value with the Champ, the Sentinel. Jeru finding our Samet is cool. And the ability is relevant. Makes her harder to kill. Our 2-drops are a little bit lackluster, but remember, I really like what Leave to Chance can do. I actually think this card is deceptively good because of the Unquenchable Thirst, the Compulsory Rest, and the Desert's Hold. I think there's probably even more than that. Where even spot removal. It's nice to just, I'd rather have my creature than the leave, and then later you can chance if you're, if you need to. We don't need more than 5 mana. Well, I guess we need 6 mana if we want to Eternalize, but so let's bring these in and figure out the mana base. We already have 2 green mana, but do I want to run another to play this Samet? 3? I guess I can. We do only have 1 double white spell, so our mana base I don't think hurts too much from possibly running another forest, which they want us to do as well. So if I did something like this, it would be 9 white. If you count encampment as everything, which can be dangerous to do, but this would be 9 white, 7 red, 3 green. I'm probably okay with this, actually. I think 7 red is not terrible. Because we don't have a ton of early red. We definitely need to make sure we have the white. This is cool. I can accept this deck the way it is. I think it's okay. It looks like fun. So, yeah, and we have the Fervent Paincaster and Samet, which are also pseudo removal spells, so that's cool. Okay, this deck looks like fun. It's interesting. We get to play Jera with the Planeswalker, which you probably don't get to do very often. I'm not sure if it looks like a deck that's just going to go to town and crit and win, but we'll find out. We'll play it like this. We'll see you round 1.